and welcome to Tasty Tuesday, brought to you by Transition Nutrition and Fitness Coaching. I'm Angie, and I'm here every Tuesday to bring you a new and delicious whole food plant-based recipe that you can incorporate into your family's weekly menu. Today we are going to be making a Thai chickpea stuffed sweet potato that is absolutely delicious. It's great as a side or a main course to your meal. So let's get started. So for this recipe, you're going to cook ahead of time in the oven. You're going to bake at 425 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes, depending the size of your sweet potato, and have them pre-baked and ready to stuff. I baked mine ahead of time and they're ready to go. So we're going to start making the sauce. We're going to start off by making our chickpea marinade and saute sauce. So to a glass bowl, you're going to add 1 can of chickpeas that have been drained and rinsed. To that, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of ground ginger, a half a teaspoon of ground cumin, a half a teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of tamari light or light soy sauce, 1½ teaspoons of garlic chili sauce, and we're going to toss that to coat all of those ingredients all over our chickpeas. Now we're going to move over to the stovetop. We're going to heat up either a Teflon or nonstick pan or stainless steel pan to about medium to medium high and get it hot. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of unsalted vegetable broth and let that heat up. Then I'm going to take my chickpea mixture that I just made over at the counter, and we're going to saute it until the chickpeas are browned and most of the sauce has dried up in the pan and gotten thick. So as soon as our sauce, our veggie broth, gets hot, we'll dump this in and get started. Now that our pan is nice and hot, I'm going to pour in that chickpea mixture and make sure I get all of that sauce into the pan. We're going to stir and stir this, like I said, until the chickpeas are beginning to brown and most of your sauce has evaporated and gotten thick on the bottom. Probably 3 to 4 minutes. So as you can see, our sauce has really condensed and gotten thick, and I'm going to continue stirring, and the chickpeas are starting to turn a golden brown color. You want to make sure that all that goodness that's wanting to stick to the pan gets incorporated onto the outside of the chickpeas, and it really coats them well and kind of gets almost, not burnt, but almost really stuck to the outside of the chickpeas. And then we're going to set this aside and make our sauce for the top. Now we're going to make our topping sauce that we'll pour over the top of our chickpeas on our sweet potato when we plate it. First, you're going to start with a half a teaspoon of ground ginger, a 1/4 of a cup of tahini, and you want to make sure that it's tahini that doesn't have anything but ground sesame seeds, no added oils or preservatives or any kinds of sugars, just regular. We're going to add the juice of 1 lime to that tahini. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of tamari light, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and 1 teaspoon of chili garlic sauce. And again, if you don't have tamari light, you can use light soy sauce, but do try to use the light because the full soy sauce adds a lot of sodium to your recipe and may throw off the flavor. We're going to take a whisk and whisk all of this together until it's nice and smooth. Now what I like to do is I save little jars from things that are empty, and when I have leftovers of this, I store this in a glass jar in the refrigerator, and then you can just take it out and heat it up right before you put it on if you have leftovers. And that's for our topping sauce. And now we're ready to plate our potato. So you're going to take half of one of your sweet potatoes and you're going to kind of make a well in the middle because you want to make a little nest or bed for your chickpeas to sit in. Just kind of chop it up a little bit. You don't have to really take it out. You're just making a little well for the chickpeas to fit in. Then you're going to take your chickpeas that you sauteed and put them right in the middle of your potato, like this, and pour some of that yummy sauce right over the top of it. Just drizzle it right over it. And as you can see, you might want to serve it with some fruit or something for a dessert, but you've got a very complete meal in this Thai chickpea stuffed sweet potato.
My hands up when it's ready.
So you can choose to top your potato with some fresh chopped green onion, fresh cilantro, or any other topping that you think might go well with your potato. I've added green onion and a sprig of cilantro. Thank you for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as my family does. It's one we have quite often. If you would like to see more of these videos, make sure you give us a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below. You can also find other videos here and featured items here when you check out the videos. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share this channel with your friends. Thank you, and remember, plants are the best medicine.